Coming in. Okay, welcome. That was weird. I have an update to my stream box. So that's not what I'm used to. Welcome, guys. Hi, guys. Let's get going. Let's make sure everything's going. And tweet and Discord this out. Alright. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Welcome. How you guys doing? Okay. No, each time it's like I gotta apologize for the last stream. So, I don't know if you want me to skip that or not. So I can just go right into this. Alrighty. Yep, thanks Gmail for giving me an email. Or, YouTube gave me an email saying, look, I'm live. Welcome, guys. Alright, here we go. Awkward introductions. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. I super appreciate all that. Mic looks on. That's good. All right, you guys can hear me. Welcome, guys. Hi. Hi, Star. Hi, Cookie. Hi, I believe Sasha. Hi, Ben. All right. And hello, Clowny Channel Shy. Hello. If I miss you during like other times, I'm sorry. Usually I get too preoccupied, I suppose, but we'll let that slide, hopefully, right, guys? Welcome. Let's see. Doing fine. How about Ben? I'm doing okay. After last stream on Tuesday, it's like I just gotta like, it's either like I bottle it up for so long and then I have to explode. So I'm sorry that the explosions sometimes and usually do happen on stream. So, yeah. It was just like all the perfect puzzle pieces all kind of aligned perfectly at that moment. So, yeah. But I'm here now, and I think that just made me recharge, and I feel better. Thank you. I feel like I can move this mic. This might sound a little weird. There you go. I can move the mic a little bit closer to my mouth. Let's see here. Gotta go with shave. Awesome. All right. Yeah, Cookie Guy. You weren't here for that. Yeah, but as Star said, my tone doesn't really change much. So when I get angry, it just sounds like this, but just more in terse language. I don't know. Where I start getting really snippy with you guys. So I apologize for that. Let's see. Yeah. Have a good night, Sasha. Let's play through the animation and see whereabouts we are, and then we can finish it up. So, see what we need to do. Hi, Elijah. Welcome. Did I get Sasha? Hi. So they do a couple little things. Let's see. So we're just about done. We finished that last time, and I got that little, like, head bobbles at the very end. I got this animation here. I just kind of just went ahead and started animating it. Other really small parts that no one would notice unless I point it out is that right around here. This little impact now looks more like an impact, I suppose. It looks a little bit better. Let's see here. I just want to jimmy this a little better. There we go. So I changed the shape, I changed the drawing of it to be more spider webby or star impacty. Last time it was like these weird triangles that were just like disconnected, so try to make it look more how the Astro Pony Life does it. I took some references and watched some episodes recently. So that helped. Especially like going back and forth between like I have like 3 different very different like art styles projects that I'm working with, so all at the same time, so that kind of exploded me as well. That the This is Pony Life, I'm working on Midnight Mirrors, which is its own thing, and then as well as my movie, which is Paper Mario and Paper Derpy at the same time. So all those kind of combined and going back and forth is a challenge. But I kind of animate most of the things the same way. whether I want to or not. I kind of animate like the same kind of like style. I don't know if you're able to really tell. I don't know if it's my style too obvious, or is like it has its own style. Does it feel like when you watch one of these point of life animations, does it feel like me masquerading with my style is like overtaking the point of life style itself? Of just how I move things around or anything. Like we know like these simple head motions of these guys. I haven't done the body motion, so I need to do that next. But I guess I just have like a very... I have a style, so I'm happy about that. What if that catches you guys? If it somehow if it tips you off somehow, you know, that'd be interesting. It's definitely be interesting to see how Gen 5's gonna do it. With the very short like teasers they got, it's gonna be interesting. Excited to animate something mainly through head motions. Interesting. I would say so, yeah. I've gotta figure out how to do this. Okay, it's control inside of node view, but when we're inside of canvas, it's shift. So I gotta remember that. Let's see here. that. Comparing your work to an official show makes you think your outlines aren't artistic. Oh. You might be right about that. I was just talking specifically about the motions, but I appreciate that. That's another style I need to make sure about that. Oh boy. That got all wacky. Heh. Oh dear. What's going on here? Let's get rid of these. And then let's see here. But that's not a bad thing. It's just a specific flavor your work provide. Let's see. Head motions. I feel like they kind of, they're hit and miss, I guess. And sometimes I just have to redo like one head motion several times before I feel like it's okay. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. Even with this is not quite what I would like. As long as the head and body themselves are good, then that should be, like, if these are harmonious with like the motions of what they're trying to portray, it'll be fine. Okie dokie. Alright, cool guy. Welcome. Because now with like other animators, they definitely got their own very, very distinct style. At least I feel like I can't tell what my style is, but definitely can tell what other people's styles are. Like Shades of Everfree and Agrodemon and Forgalorgas and those kind of people. It's like if you just like put those in a vacuum and told me like which had me to guess who animated it, I have a pretty good shot at figuring it out. Welcome, legit. Head feels too far forward for me. Let's see. She's kind of like... Maybe I can move the body a little bit. To kind of like counteract that balance, you know? To get this a little bit further. That'll help it feel like she's actually like bending forward. Kind of like that. And just a smidge. There you go. She's like leaning forward, so her head is more off-centered. What I could do is go back here and try to move that back a bit, but yeah. I think that's fine. Go back to head. Boop. So what I want is, I wish I could not see this. Boop. I have found a shortcut to a removed visibility. This might help you. And I'm just gonna have to ease this into the. There you go. I feel like one of these is not like the others. This one doesn't belong. There you go. Hopefully that makes more sense for you. Alright, cartoons, welcome. Let's see here. My stuff has a picture book appeal. Oh, okay. As the movements aren't super fluid or anything. Okay. But you managed to make the animation as cute as the art style, if you get what I mean. I can take that. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a while. Has been for me. I've been working every day. I don't really take breaks. I kind of work a little bit every day, so. And about I've also words. Jeez. Having all that other stuff and trying to work on it every day and having just so much to do every day that those all would have added up to being a bit much. Control. Okay. Because once I go on canvas and want to select two things, then I have to do shift. If I do control, it doesn't. But if I do shift, then it does both. So at the bottom you can see like when I select two things, so I have the ear as one layer. If we do control, and it does the other one, it has a different timeline. But if I do shift, then there's two lines. So yeah. But if I do it in here, it's got different rules of how to select things. Or if I do that and shift, then it's one. I can only do one if I hold shift. But if I do control, then I get both. So it's opposite of how both of these work. So trying to figure that out, but I just got confused. Each time I try and do this, it's like, wait a minute. What am I doing? What do I want? I want control. Inside of no do, but I want to go on here, it's shift. Ugh, okay. Let's see. Boy. Alright, all I had to do, make it real. Alright. Welcome back, sir. Hopefully didn't miss too much. Everything else can fill you in. Welcome to saying hello to everyone. Thank you. I do like the picture book style. I like that compliment. I feel that's kind of what I like to do. Because most of my stuff does feel like, see how that body motion does help a lot to slow that motion. So all I had was the head first. So there you go. Ba-doop. What am I saying? The storybook helps kind of sell this idea that these are just drawings and cartoons. Like, I'm not really making these to be super elaborate. Which is weird because I'm also working on the midnight mirrors at the same time, so which is more, the director is very like adamant about like, this is made for, you know, preteens. The demographic is gonna be, you know, more adult than pony stuff. Ooh, pony stuff is for kids, but midnight mirrors, that's for preteens. Get some more juicy topics, I guess. Even though it really isn't. The script for the pilot is like pretty like an 80s cartoon, so it has a lot of like cliches and tropes. I just wanted to move that over a little bit, but it's good. So that kind of like feeling that I have to like completely change genres, you know, because animation is just a medium. Animation is not a genre. You know, if you go on Netflix, there's the animation genre, but animation can be literally any genre, so that doesn't make sense to put animation as a genre itself. So yeah, I feel like when I have to go to Midnight Mirrors, I have to like kind of mentally go back into like, well, they're still kind of goofy and they're still kind of fun, but they're also like supposed to be, you know, this more like somewhat it's hard because like the director is like, oh man, it's way more adult, but it's like really not. With like the execution of it is like the same sort of jokes that you might get in Pony, but like to a more cliched and outdated state. So yeah, maybe we're not gonna go that far. It's more just like the director is like trying to like differentiate itself from ponies as much as possible, so he'll say anything to make it seem like, oh, the ponies for preschoolers, what's this gonna be appealing to? And so we have to like off the cuff say like, ah, it's for preteens, I guess, to make it seem cooler and edgier when it's in practice not really to the extent of like anything really out of the ordinary of like a normal kid show really does. So yeah, that's for preteens. Preteens is 10 to 12. Oh, okay. If they swear it is 13 plus. The only thing I can think of where they swear is that we have like this British type of horse, and then she has an accent, and then she says like the I don't know if I can say it. But when the red ooze comes out of you and you make that into like an adverb, so something like that. I don't know how, you know, like, whoa, that is, but she says that a couple times. So I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I like your little anime avatar from the Love is War anime. Nice. I forgot her name though. Chica? There we go. Welcome. Okay, so what I want to do, I just wanted to fix these couple seconds between here and here. Okay. So what's left is I want to... I guess we can add the little damage counter. Let's do that. I think it'd be more interesting than me feeling for everything else. The red ooze word is incredibly software. Okay. Is it like, you know, like how in Simpsons they have their like PG-13 style, you know, swears where it's just kind of like very, very soft and in the mainstream, I guess. But I guess back in the 90s having a cartoon say that was like, whoa, kind of stuff. Says be damage counter. Let's see here. I know the hot topic is the G5 reveal. And I don't know. There was that DJ Thread or whoever. I can't pronounce his name. We had like an 8-hour stream apparently talking about it. What do we think about that? Not to change the subject too harshly, but then we can kind of follow that up with that. Let's see. Since it's PG-13, I'm gonna look up Final Fantasy VI damage counter and see what that looks like. Sets 6 VI damage. Is there like a something for that? Like, what does it look like? Does it have a box? Does it have anything else? Oops. Has a box. Just wondering if there's any. If I could just find a reference, that'll just be good for me. Let's see. Okay. So it is Rolex. Yes. You know. Got a few G5 announcements? Yeah. I didn't watch the developer or investor meeting, so I don't know what exactly the full details of it, but I watched, I guess, the little like 2-second still looking up pictures. I just need to let's find a train suplex video and see if that has. I want it where it shows the number. Hang on, sorry. Let's see. It's busy. Doesn't look great. Okay. What up pictures first? I've seen anything new. Okay. Yeah, people are saying it's very cute, and I agree with that. The ponies themselves are very cute. I got the video. Boop. Okay. It's just a solid number that just kind of bounces up. I was wondering if it had a box related to it. Okay. Let's see. Character design is great. Exactly. Imalu. 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 Maybe I can say that. Did really good. I agree. It has to be hard to like follow up with like how Lauren Faust and so many other great designers worked on Pony. It's like, how do you follow up on that to make something? If you're so used to like how G4 looks and like can make like, you know, perfect like replicas of it, how do you make it seem fresh and new? It must be hard. So what I want, what do I want? Do I just make it like this color? It is white in the picture, so I could do that actually. Let's try that. See what that looks like. And I'm gonna color it. Does this work? There you go. Okay. And I believe there's text properties somewhere in here. Okay. So we can probably find, I have some fun ones maybe. Bauhaus is fun. Or Bauhaus. Let's see. I have an equestrian one. Downloaded that. Does that look, that looks like G's. I want it to be super. Do I not have Sonic? Would work. Do I have Pokemon? I have Pokemon. That's my 8-bit. That can work. Let's use that for now. We'd like to know where it is on here. There it is. So boop, boop. Okay. Let's move that up there. Okay, so we're gonna move that to be in the right place. Let's just have it be bigger. It needs to be on top of the smoke, please. Let's move this back. So this one goes down, and then up, and then up, and then down, and then we delete it. This one. Boing. So there we go. Boing. Alrighty, let's get rid of the storyboard. Pew. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. So reindeer stuff. Let's see. This is a Yeah, the first time we saw the that bed sheet had that 2D design, which looked honestly pretty good. I mean, I'm probably pretty biased with 2D stuff. So can't really say that 2D can look bad, you know. I would say they look pretty good. They definitely have that. It's really hard to make anything really look, any 2D stuff translated to 3D look good. It's possible, obviously, with the what they came up with actually looks really smooth, and texture work looks really good. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be super appealing enough. I feel like I should make this actually. There we go. Now I can do this. Aha! There we go. That's what I was doing earlier. It didn't matter. Cool. Okay. New keyframe. This is what I want. There we go. And then here. New keyframe. 50. And then it just disappears. Excuse me. Boop. Pew. There we go. How's that look? Whoop. Boof. 99. And the fun part is now we can change this number to be whatever we want as well. If we want it to be 9,000 or something. Oh yeah, because you wanted it to be like 9,001 to make it more than it's over 9,000 joke. I think even with the train suplex video I see is only 757 in this instance. So I could change it to that. So for now, I'll keep that. Okie dokie. That's another one for the meme. Any objections? Let's do it. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. Alright, love it. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's see. How we doing? Was this like the first time that like a whole series was like teased by a bed sheet? That's incredible. Let's see. So boop, boop, boop. Yep. 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 There we go. Somebody explained the bed sheet. Yeah, there was a item listing. I don't know what the full story was at. Was that someone found a listing for a bed sheet that was licensed by Hasbro, but it had the G. What we know now is that the G5 ponies on them, where it had 3 horses on them that no one has ever really seen before, except for Emulu, who had designed them. So, everyone was freaking out. It was like, wait a minute, these kind of line up with maybe it can be the G5 next characters, you know. And then like the next day they had the Hasbro investor meeting, and they apparently showed some stuff. I didn't watch that, so I don't know what exactly they showed, but they have E.T. had some pictures, some screenshot looks like from the movie. So that looks really good. And then that's basically the gist of it, is that there was like a 2D picture of like the 3 horses in 2D, but on the bed sheet. And then everyone was freaking out. It's like, wait a minute, what does this confirm or not? Because like we haven't seen that before. Okie dokie. Last thing is that now Harshwoody needs to go inside the cabin and then I guess walk inside. So try to figure out how to do that. That's gonna be the next challenge. What are we doing? Let's see. Let's see. That is one of the damage to the power level. Looks more confusing if it's 9,909. Ah, okay. What do we think? Because obviously 999 would actually be more powerful than if it was 9,000. We can keep changing it. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that was a completely different topic for that. I'll change it. I kind of like 9,999. Okay. There you go. It's still over 9,000, so that should be, we should be right. Okay, right, guys. All right. Let's see. E.T. is Entertainment Tonight. It was a news source that covers usually celebrities, but I guess they also cover entertainment stuff. So this pony stuff was important enough, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I think even in our scripting, I keep going back and forth, but gotta keep up with you. In our scripting, I think we had it be. I guess we actually do. I have it up here? I might script. Oh yeah, it's in storyboard. We have it be. Did we have anything? Grabs the train. The look doesn't often walks into the train. We didn't have the Dippy Bird at the end, but I think that's. I don't think I'm having bows like a dabs like a bow. Oh boy. Yeah. So I got she dusts off and then walks into the train. So let's just have that. So I don't think I want to have her do is now get ready and then figure out how I want her to walk into the drain, which sounds easy, but I've been thinking about this for a while. Let's see though. Okay. First comment, that one is. And we should post it. Yeah, we posted it on DeviantArt once this is ready and I'm happy with it. So let's see. I have to plan this out. So I want to have her. I had different ideas. Let's see. Have her kick open a door. That sounds really cool. Okay. My idea was that she just kind of uses her arm and then kind of like opens it somehow. So, or there's also an idea where like the door was already kind of off, and then she doesn't have to open it then. Having her kick it, she would need to be in a kicking position, so I have to work backwards from that. So, either she just kind of, let's see. So the game plan is, let's see. She needs to hop, get over to here, and then maybe like apple bucket style, opening the door like bow. And then and she gets back, and then the door's open, and then somehow she just needs to like walk into the door, but how does she then walk in? Either she just walks in like this, or would have to like have her rotate like this, and then bop, and then end it like that. Oh boy. What happened? Let's see. Okay. And pony on his butt. Right, Duster. Should also look shocked that you bucks the door open. Yeah, definitely. I'll add that in. But first I need to get to primary. Primary is going to be harsh. We need to figure her out. And then I'll get Duster's animation to react to it. Obviously, it's hard to like get people to react when there's nothing to react to. So it just makes sense. So I can just have one person do it at the right time. So yes, I will do that. But that's why I'm explaining that I'm not going to do it exactly right now. So I can do it later and make sure it's all timed out perfectly, rather than having this go, I don't know, is it at 450 or 460? Like, where is she? And then making, if I animate him now, then I wouldn't know when where his eyeliner or like where his timing is. So that's why. Okay. We're still at square one though. Is that had a weird idea just now that she kind of gets up here, gets into this position. The door actually does slide open to the right, so the door will be here. So she can like buck it open, and then I had an idea that she's down, and then to get her inside the door, I had an idea where she then flips around, like does a flip into the inside of the train. But why would I want to do that? But now you guys want me to do that. Now that I said that. Ah, jeez. Okay. Another case. I think the bucking door is actually pretty good. In a sense that it means I don't have to really make any new poses per se. Once the door is open, I have to plan this out. Once the door is open, I need her to then should be like here, and then be happy, like, yay, the door is open, I kicked it, and then let's see. Oof. Okay. Try to think out loud, but it's still tricky. How do I get her inside? Because one of my main problems is that I may need to rotate her, or at least have a different position of her, you know, like in space. Like instead of her being, you know, because right now she's white. Come on. Because right now she's facing this way, you know. And if she's gonna like kick it, how does then she get into the door? You know. Let's see. She kicked the door or open it. Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. Thank you. If I kick it, or if Harshwini kicks it, what does that mean? What does that mean I need to do? To then get her inside the door. Because then I can get rid of this, and then she'll be here. Problem is that how does she just walk in? So I need to like make a new moonwalk would actually work. Is that then I just kind of go wop 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 into the door. Let's see. Because otherwise, yeah, the other thing is that I could have her either be the opposite way, or have her be walking like this. With this kind of pose, and then I would have to make this whole new pose, which is a different picture than this. So if there's a way to remove assets and not have to make this pose, and then have her wop 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 wop. Ah, jeez. Wop wop. Let's be like foreshortening like that. There you go. Barrel. Whoop. To ever go inside. There we go. Takes me a bit. To ever go inside, she would need to be facing backward. So, which is not a pose that I have. So if I can not have that. That's the last pose. And it's like, jeez. It's not hard, but it's like just time consuming in a sense that I would have to make this whole new, basically a new puppet to then have her walk inside. And it's just like for the time and just wanted to get this, honestly, I just want to get this done. So if there's ways to like, in a way, cheat that then she's not rotating around or anything. In the space that, yeah, she's not, because what we have is this pose, but then to have her be a completely different picture, that's what it requires. So, open the door. Thank you guys for helping. Let's see. Thank you, Ben. Maybe she just kicks his door and moves walks in, or is Polish Professor favorite Christmas movie? What's my favorite Christmas movie? Any of the Grinches. I don't know. Let's see. Or just have her pull out a purple fedora and we'll walk backwards. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, if she just suplexed the train, she might as well just go out in style. Yeah. You get with working too hard with like mid-nightmares. Now I'm just thinking in terms of just believability, I guess. Of like real how a normal horse would do it, I guess, and just trying to think about how that would work. But yeah, we're doing suplexing trains. We can do whatever we want at this point. Let's see. Honestly, that might just work, actually. I don't know. Where is this drawing, actually? Where is this drawing? Oh, there it is. Oh. Interesting. She's an Earth Pony. Howdy, Joe. Strongest physicality. Oh, the strongest. Yeah, interesting. Let's get rid of that pose. That means that that's still there. Okay. Hi, Joe. So we're trying to figure out now that Harshwini needs to I have her so that she walks inside of the train cart. The problem is that either I need to make this kind of a pose, which isn't hard, but it'll be slightly time consuming to like make literally every part be rearranged to make a new pose. But now people are saying like, well, let's just make it a moonwalk, and then she can just not change position or change rotation per se or pose, which I'm not ruling out exactly yet. Otherwise, I'm not sure what else to do besides that then. At this point, that's our best guess. You know. So let's see here. Here she goes through the door head first. How is that? Trying to understand. Is that different from what this is? Because this is her back view, and she's walking in. And then, are we saying like tail first? Then let's see. Isn't it chaos? I don't know what that is. Let's see. If she does a front view, I mean that's not changing the fact that I would then need a front view version either. You know. Whatever, this spider. You know, kind of a picture, and then she then does the same walk inside. So, or maybe, let's see. So she's here, and then, oops, I had a keyframe on something. Let's get rid of that. Either then she can like get here and go kick, door opens, and then she like jumps in from this position. And then we just fade out, and that'll be it. And then the door can close or whatever and be done with it. The door can close on its own. That might work. Quite a shoujo. Ah, okay. Got it. How we doing? Joe. Okay. Have her approach the open door, then flip her horizontally, and have her walk into the car. So she passes behind the door frame out of sight. Ooh. Ah. The jump idea works. Yeah, that's my go-to of like, I don't want to do a walk cycle, is to have them hop. That really is, if you notice a lot of my videos is like, yeah, Derpy just flies everywhere, like literally, just because I don't want to have a walk cycle of her walking, just because I feel like whenever I do a walk cycle, it turns out horrible. Usually I get the actual animation, like if it was like a walking treadmill kind of animation, that looks pretty good. But as soon as I like slide it, or like have her actually horizontally move, then it gets a little wonky. Because I make them like independently, where I make a walk cycle as a treadmill, and then I then kind of go, oh, let me just move her in place, and then it breaks and explodes. So, ugh. Let's see. Maybe you could open the door, make her move towards the door, then do a cheeky cut to a close-up of Duster so you don't have the animator. Yeah, we're thinking with cheats, yes. Or, I mean, honestly at this point, like, if she's here, then she can, like, grab the door at this point and, you know, kind of go whoosh, and then get the door open, and then she just hops in, and then the door closes, and that's it. That could just be it, really. And then it can combine her still kind of opening the door on her own, and then just jumping into the train here. That could be it. Yeah. That might work. I like your guys' ideas though, so. But I think at this point, I'd probably just need to decide on probably what I would think would be the easiest. So, let's see. I can't smash her head to get in the door and she does over, so that's a good idea. Okie dokie. Yeah, if she was a Pegasus, I would just literally just have her like get up and fly into it, and then whatever I need to do. Do the flip. Do the flip. Do the flip. Maybe. That I have pre-made. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have any walk cycles with her legs. They're all like not ready yet, so I was planning on it, but then I was thinking like maybe I can do it without walk cycles. They would just be like making like 3 or 4 different poses and then animating them. But the problem is the same kind of issues that we had before, where something went wrong, you know. Where'd my pictures go? That's a good question. Where'd my sketches go? Oh, there they are. Here's my spider. Where is this? Oh, I put it on a train cart? Oh. It was part of the... Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So the plan is that we still want to figure out how to incorporate a flip in there. Because we want her to... Okay. So the plan is... Why is this weird? Come on. Okay. Plan is she used... hand? Or kick? Maybe she... Because she needs to be here to kick, but if she's here, she can use arm. She's already here. So that means arm. So arm... Door open, shoosh. And then... How do I do the flip? And then just jump in. And then somewhere in here, she could then flip and then walk off. Like that. That might work. How's that sound? I know that sounds a little weird. So let's see. So... Ugh. We could have her like jump somehow here. Another thing is that to open a door, you could jump here, then kick it with her back hoof like that, and then go kick. I love my storyboarding posing process here. And then door opens, and then I mean I might as well just make a back view if I'm gonna do oh boy. We're gonna have her flip. Because problem with any kind of flip, it is good, because otherwise you get this motion, and that's... You can play with that all you want, but I think that's still more cheating than I would like to do. So, if I could just figure out a way to do that. Yeah. Hello. I want to say Deacon. Hello. Let's see. So she kicked the door and go in. But how does the door close? That's gonna be magic. Sorry, Dinkin. We're not gonna let you talk about that. Let's see. Do. Oh, that's kind of like a Final Fantasy thingy here. Or like posing here. Sorry, I got a little off topic. Okay. Yeah, the door is gonna be magic. How did I do it in the beginning? Door open. Yeah. So I have 2 parts here. So it's actually this train is actually a magic trick of how this actually opens. Is that it's... I have 2 versions of the train. I have one where... This is one picture where the door is closed, and then I have one where the door is gone, and then I have a different picture of just the door, and then I animate the door opening. Jeesh. So it already closes on its own here. That's the magic part of like I don't want to like animate her closing a door. It's kind of like a cartoon, like already kind of established language that's like, oh, you just kind of assume when a door opens, it's like, yeah, it'll just close on its own, and we don't really bat an eye with that. So I'm okay with doing that again. To answer your how does it get a close again? In Cup Toast, I'm gonna just do the same thing again, where it just probably just closes on its own. Which in theory now, it could open on its own as well. Poof. You know, the door itself could like open at the very end, and then she gets in. So when it gets here, the door can open, and we don't have to do all the. Well, that'd be way simpler. Actually, yeah. If somehow the door magically opens, let's say that, and then Harshwini then just jumps in, and then door closes on its own, and then done. That could be it. Is that anticlimactic? Is that... It's gonna save lots of wrist hours of trying to animate a lot of more difficulty stuff. But I think at the end of the day, I think that might just actually work. If we just have Derpy magic, then that saves a lot of work. Let's go back here, actually. The door needs to open at some point, so let's do the same thing, where I guess door can just switch. Oh yeah, there's a fun FAQ, frequently asked questions, in the description. I encourage everyone else to read that if you haven't. It's a good read. Let's see, so offset just a little mite. Hang on. Okay. Yep. And then let's get that going. Okay. Let me just get like the door opening, and then we'll see if that triggers anything for you guys. So this is the furthest one, and then it kind of slides back a bit. So, whoosh. That's the fun part. Yeah. Whoosh. Okay. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these keys. Whoosh. Whoosh. Make it a little bit snappier. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Okay. As mentioned, as the door is opened by the impact of the train. Whoa. Whoa, that could work too. Oh man. This. Ooh. Like right here. So you're saying that the door could be like off a bit. Oh, that'd be interesting. I can see that. Is that... Let's move these back. What are these? This is the actual door opening. So I can move this back and then move these back. So boof. Or either, yeah, it could be kind of far off, and then maybe it can be... Maybe it can kind of be a little crooked. Where's my rotatey? There it is. Uh-oh. Boop, boop, boop. So I need the rotatey bip here. I like that idea. Because that'll solve way too many problems, actually. Yep. We'll move there. Yep. A little bit earlier. So we see it. Literally one frame earlier. Herp. Herp. Oh, dang. Yeah. Boof. And then the door kind of does that a bit. And then exemplify it by then just her harsh weenie now. Yep. Harsh weenie now. And go, yeah. I wonder if I should move her a little bit over a bit. And then, let's see. And then she's pretty much in a pretty good position. Let's have her for a bit hang on that. And then let's get, let's do head motion and body motion control. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have her just jump in the cart, and then the door can kind of like a little bit closed, and that could be it. How about that? We're about on time, so I'll animate this through total time, and then we'll see whether or not would we want to continue on this based on how much little there is left to do. Oh, I got the camera motion as well. The camera's zooming in. And then, let's see. This is another hip, poof. And then let's change legs here to be the same. One of these. One of these. And one of these. Hip. So now she's getting ready. She's getting that potential energy. It's like we talked about Spaceball guy. I think we talked about last time or so that we get potential energy before we actually do anything. So that's what we're doing here. So we're adding slightly more energy to get going, and then we're going to have her blast off. By doing this. Okay. Do. Okay, and then I need head to then be leading that arm. Then needs to actually get back to this. And then we need this to go back to this, and then get back there. Let's see. Get this into there. Somewhere the tail always has. Oh, because I put a deformer on it. Get her going. And then let's get it in here. So boop, 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 whoop, up, up, down. And then she got to be inside of the train, which I'm not ready to figure out how to do that yet. How did I do that? Oh, because I didn't. That's right. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, legit. I have to make some cutters just for this to work. I don't know. Whereas our head just needs to be smaller. There. There we go. She jumped to get in the door. Yep. So there we go. We're getting there. She's getting ready to land, so I'm going to put her leg out. Whoop. A bit more like that. She's landing. Hup. Hup. And it should only take like a couple more minutes to get this going. And then we have squash down, up, and then down. Zip, zip. Okay, how are we doing now? I'll get into toast time just one bit, and then we can talk about wherever you guys want. Let me just get this going right here. Yeah, I might know as well as what you want me to. I feel like there's potentially like one more very, very short stream after this. Potentially. You know? So I don't see like a full another stream of this, except for maybe like Duster's whatever animation, and then else might want to add, because we pretty much did the extra bits, you know, like we did the 9999 animation in here. It needs a little bit more work, but for right now, I think that's good. Yep. There we go. And then we can just imagine the door. Then magically can like kind of close. Maybe it could be like a little off center. And then it just doesn't really actually close all the way. There. Okay. Perfect. Fine. Well, we'll clean it up, I guess, maybe another time, but honestly, I don't know if there's enough left. Maybe so. And if we finish early, then we can do other stuff, I guess. For have an elongated toaster time, maybe. But for now, let's do our toaster time for here. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. Welcome. All right. Yeah. So the ending is a little rough, but let's see how it is in the context of the full thing. Boop. Yep. Yeah. Obviously, there's some layering issues. Layering. Where Harsh, when she's layered on top of the door, she needs to be inside of the cart itself, so that's an issue. Other little animation parts, maybe any other small details we can do. I'm thinking facial animation or little hand motions or stuff. I think that's the bulk of it. And then we could do Duster's animation, where then, now that we have at least, I don't know. I feel like we should probably, at least for me, my work style, would probably finish Harshwini's animation to be all nice and cleaned up, and then I would work on Duster. But Duster would mostly just be eye movements and smaller motions, maybe other kind of details we want to add onto it. So, let's see. I'm glad we got this at least. We got this idea at least prototyped. I would say that. It's a V1 version 1. So I'm glad for everything else. Everything else before it looks really good. So there's small little stuff here and there, maybe stuff I don't see just watching it full time, or in real speed. Yeah, so maybe there'll just be one more stream. Let me know what do you guys think. Otherwise, I could probably just finish what I have here and clean this up, and then I can post it maybe in the weekend. So then it'd be nice at least to have, like, it's a new month. We can next Tuesday it'll be a new month, so then we can have a new project, you know. Otherwise we'll have like weird, like, one strangling stream on the first stream of March, and then on Thursday we start something new. That's what my head's at. That's like, we could potentially finish this, at least on my end. I could finish this on my own on the weekend, and then for the first stream of the March, for the first Tuesday of March, and we can doing something new. I don't know. Gotta finish it. Feels like it's lacking. Interesting. I can know what you think is lacking, Cookie. I'll hear it out. Doesn't mean I'll do it, but I'll hear you out. Showing up next stream. Yeah, I've been working on this project. If you're new, I've been working on this project since virtually the beginning of the year. This has been a long, and tedious, and heartbreaking at times project that I worked on with you guys. Let's see. I guess maybe the final thing, we didn't add the final shot of another Dippy Bird sequence, where then Dippy Bird can like have like one more round of something. So maybe that'll be added on to it. So maybe there is enough stuff to do that we can do for one more stream. But after that, then I'll cut it there. If that makes sense. But otherwise, let's see. Like the joke of her waiting needs to be dragged out longer. Okay. I'm wondering if that means like to add more jokes somehow, or to literally just make some of these shots longer. If I'm gonna make these into a GIF, I'm worried that the file size, in a sense, might also suffer. That's another issue that I would need to be. I feel like I have a lot of colors that I would need to also be mindful about that. So, might not just export this maybe over the weekend to see how big it is, and then see what the file size is and what the limit is on DeviantArt. And then trying to match them. Let's see though. I think after this we should probably brainstorm some original content. So I can have some different stages. Oh, okay. Yes, content. What was made from ponies had movies on? I mean, there'd be more ponies after my movie, right? The pony life and pony life in the movie and all that. That ride never ends, man. I know what you mean. Yeah, maybe I could do another like 6 fan art style thing, where I had you guys pick literally any kind of fandom stuff or any kind of pop culture characters, and then I just drew them in my style. Maybe something like that could work, or at least in that vein, or something like that. Thank you for coming, Cuptos. Thank you. Appreciate it. You got great ideas. Thank you. But I'll decide whether there's enough to do for next time. Thanks. More stuff. Jeez. Okay. You just want more stuff. Okay. Program boxes of cargo suitcases or whatever else. I mean, we could also. I mean, when in a Dippy Bird scene, we can also have another pony character or something. Because that's the ticket counter. So I could make that more explicit somehow, and have maybe a little name tag, maybe tickets more apparent. Yeah, so there's a lot more stuff we can do about this. Yes, exactly. Cargo's a suitcase. Maybe for Harsh we need to have one, but they know how to animate her moving it. So that might be tricky, especially now. If we want to get it done, adding more stuff is gonna be tricky. Adding whole new assets might be hard to incorporate. I don't like that. After the broom, the boxes are scattered. Oh, I read that as broom. Okay. You spotted right. Gotcha. Okay. Another shot of Dippy Bird, methinks. Okay. Yeah, we had that in the original script. I just didn't storyboard it. So, and then I kind of went with that storyboard and then go back to the script. So, that makes sense. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Um, let's see. I guess, yeah, I think we got some stuff that we can definitely work on. So this might be a little bit more ongoing now that we got more ideas. So thank you. um, oh, okay. All new, all different characters. So something completely original. Okay. Not something that is totally yours and not belonging to another fandom at all. Not belonging to any other fandom. Oh, okay. Okay. Is this just to diversify my portfolio? Oh boy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Um definitely a lot of my stuff that I have is 98% pony stuff, so I appreciate that. Making something new on stream is gonna be, I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't know. Might take like half as long to make the half the time it took to make this might take enough to make something new. Not to like, yeah, world build and Yoshiverse exactly. Oh boy, I do have some. I definitely have ideas, but I usually just make those ideas into Derpy cartoons, and if those don't really fit perfectly or organically with those ideas, then I usually scrap them. So maybe I can find some ideas, some notepads or something that I had a bunch of ideas in. um, See ones that I didn't use. I have some Word documents that have like a whole bunch of ideas, but they were just like, oh, what if robot, and then it delivers muffins, and then Derpy's like, whoa, that's my job. I don't think that's not one of them, but I just thought of that right now. But I have done a bunch of robot stuff, so um, so I don't know. Exactly. If you something that's zero something, you won't have any copyright issues. Copyright issues. I mean, with this stuff, copyright issues with this stuff, especially with this cartoon. I'm not really saying like this is a harsh winnie character per se, but I guess I don't know. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. It's something to be able to make into my own thing. Ah, okay. You should not leeching. Oh, jeez. I have a copyright account and it's good for a while. I get it. I just feel like yeah. Admittedly, I'm very overdue for having original stuff. Yeah. Especially now with the movie, it's like that's taking up a lot of my time to get that going, and that's based on obviously pony stuff. So that's been always in my forefront, in my thoughts has been that. Even at Midnight Mares, it's original, but those are still taller horses or taller ponies. Yeah. Bop. You're stuffing? Ah, jeez. It's okay. I do that too. With my speak screen. Say a series about a family of otters or something. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I definitely like animals. Just to hide away from not having human anatomy. Derpy test. Yeah. And something about animals is more bar speed. I definitely work with that. I mean, I like cats. Something with that. It's hard because then I had to like research like other other copyrights and other projects. Like I never read any of the Warriors Cats series. So if I happen to do something, you know, similar storyline that I didn't know about that would be having cats, and then they do a similar story, then not knowing that kind of stuff would be bad. So, but it's hard to make anything original anyway. So I think that'd be okay. See creatures. Ooh, I like that. Maybe I could have like underwater cats. There you go. Underwater cats. Let's do that. Let's see. This is a movie we last Paper Derpy, especially Paper Derpy. Let's put quotes around Paper Derpy. Pony stuff and Derpy stuff are still on the table, but Paper Derpy, they're so old. I'm using Flash to animate it for the movie, so I definitely want to move on from that at least. I don't want to recreate my pony, paper pony characters in Toon Boom. That's not. That's gonna give me nightmares just thinking about that. Why do we make something? I was making something to work on after. Think of something now. It's better than later. Right. Honestly, I'll stop you. That honestly, I did want to move on to maybe getting some kind of job, if that's even just doing something in graphic design, like the printing that Joe does, and something like that, where I could just have like some assembly line style, like print and dice and make sure everything's good and measure and everything. There are a couple. We went to some field trips where we did something like that, where we toured those. We looked around at all those in college. So I have 2 degrees, in a sense, 2 certificates from college for graphic design and Photoshop and Illustrator. Those are 2 different ones, so I could use that to, per se, get into one of those. But getting animation, that would be nice, but I'm trying not to corner myself into like making sure that only my jobs that afterward will be that particularly. So to put a portfolio of like making different cartoons is like, yeah, cool, but I don't know. I'm on the fence. I haven't like made a concrete, game plan, because it's hard to do that anyway. So let's see. Not saying it ever touched, but you need to switch your main focus off to do something your own. I get it. Okay. I wonder now, because now G5 has announced that if I start doing original, would you guys still like me? That's a loaded question with that. But I feel like that I have to think about that as well. But also, if that somehow magically is popular somehow, then I'll go off on that, and that'll be good for me. Because then I'll have my own personal identity then. Thinking out loud of that, yeah. Yeah. So that octopus, yeah. Fantasy's fun. Yeah. I do have an idea for like an RPG style that like makes fun of like RPG elements. And then I watched Konosuba, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is my idea. Which basically like it's a comedy of like all those RPG fantasy tropes. So and even like the G5 synopsis, there's some weird stuff in there of like, there's one thing I read of like there's a jewel heist, and that got me off guard and a little bit scared. I was like, wait, that's what my movie is. There's a jewel, and the snake, they heist it, and it's like, great, all right. Yeah. I think the people who are, ponies for life, are like, they're gonna like it, but I feel like getting a new audience that's the same grandeur as G4 is or was, probably won't be the same. It'll probably never match the same levels of passion with G5. We'll see. The people who are diehard will still love it, regardless, because cute horses and whatever they like. So, um, but I think having like another, you know, when it comes out, world 20 to 30-year-olds who are not on the bandwagon, who will have that be their first experience, will they become as enthused? I like to see what that kind of how that'll play out. I think that'll be interesting to see, like if there's a new breed of new people who are just coming in who watch the G5 movie and go, I like this, and then we'll start to see if there's any communities for it, and then might be G4 related, and and see the breadth of that and go, oh, geez, there's now like 10 years of that, and go, what is this? Yeah, that'd be interesting. uh, you still got my back star? Thank you to mod the server. Thank you. Not getting good feelings. I mean, this isn't what I'm used to kind of scenario. It's like, oh, this is change. I don't like it. um, Personally, I'm more positive about it. I feel like the G5 designs are really cute. The soft textures are really nice. They got the four hoof the four locks where like their bottom of their hoof is like fluffy, and they got the hoof itself is a different color. So that makes them more horsey, and definitely Izzy is definitely a popular favorite now. Sunny's looks to be the new Twilight, but we don't know what her personality is. Even we don't really know what any of them what they're really like. So we'll have to wait and see. The animation looks pretty decent. It looks as best as a smooth and on one's, you know, kind of 3D animation can look. Definitely, I got bias of being 2D animator, looking at it going, well, that's... Though you got it easy, you know, 3D animators, you get different controls and, like, able to move things and don't have to worry about, you know, if you animate something and then the director says, hey, make this a front view shot, you don't have to reanimate anything. With 2D, you have to start from scratch. If a director says, hey, make this from a different character rotation. So, let's see though. Oh boy, see if I will be closed as popular. We'll see. Order. Especially D&D is getting another resurgence. Maybe Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. It's definitely getting back in order. Yeah, exactly. For my Konosuba thing. Yeah, that's... I was just like thinking like that's basically my whole premise of that whole story that I made was to lampoons and like put lampshades on stuff, which was like, I don't know. There's a series that does it way better. How am I gonna, I don't want to, I don't have to compare myself to those kind of stuff, but it's like, yeah, that's how am I gonna get popular off this idea, or the amount of work it would take to make it, the energy put into it be, you know. Let's see. I think you'll be able to replace this style. I forgot what we're talking about with that. Yeah. There are those who are trying to say 2D Flash is just another form of CG. I like to talk with those people. I have no clue what that led you to that. How does that even train it out even... What? What? I'm trying to read through that. Okay. 2D Flash, right. It's just another form of CG. What? I would hate to disagree, but man, that's very... Ugh. I mean, that's like saying like, oh, I'm doing a performance art... That's like being in a stage play, which is the same as being in my back, garage and like performing to no one. It's like those are a little bit different, right? But I guess in the essence of like animation is again not a genre, it's just a medium. But you can break it down into different styles of mediums, you know, where 2D is a different medium from 3D. Obviously, there's 3D elements in this particular shot, in this particular animation I have here, where things are on a different plane of axis from each other. That's why when these camera angles move around, there's some parallax to them, like that. So, in a sense, like I can do that kind of parallax stuff in 2D and 3D, but obviously you get it for free with 3D by just putting blocks and stuff in different axes from the camera. But you do have to like work a little bit to get 2D parallax to work. So, and just general stuff of just how 2D and 3D work is just mind-boggling of trying to put them in the same box. It's like that. It's not right. Something's off with that. It's kind of mentality, I think. Yeah, I'm like, I guess it's done on a computer. They're both done on a computer. You think it could do 2D puppets and Toon Boom and not a computer? That doesn't mean the same as a 3D model manipulations. In a sense, I mean, animation is animation. The basics of animation is just a bunch of different pictures lined up in a sequence. It's just a particular way of sequencing them, you know? It's how you get movies and film. So, film is another form of animation in that sense if they both have the same definition of sequence of images. So, it's an illusion of motion. So, to say that 2D and 3D are the forms or if they're on the same coin, on like different sides of the same coin, I think they're so drastically different, at least for me, that I can like put like so many different differences from 2D and 3D. That's like that's where I'm having trouble following that line of logic. But to the sense that you get the model manipulations, that could be somewhat similar. You would have to work pretty hard to get 2D puppet manipulations, you know. You still have to input. What you get out of it is the amount of effort you put into it. Like with eyelashes and eyebrows. Like with 2D, you can like draw on an eyebrow, and with puppets, you can then have controllers to like move that around with pegs and stuff with Toon Boom. But with 3D, you can you would have to model it and then add bones and deformers to then move an eyebrow. So, in a very, very, very simplified version of saying that, then they both have controls to then move things around and reposition things. But if you go for frame by frame, if you go from frame by frame to 3D, that's like opposite sides of the universe. But puppets, 2D puppets and rigs and 3D models with controls, those are closer. But frame by frame, strictly just drawing a picture and then having another picture and then comparing it to like 3D models where it's a solid form and then adding controls onto it. You see what I mean? It sounds, you know, they're pretty far apart. So that's where I'm having trouble with that. It's like they're different, right? Let's see. And they're both made on computer if you go for Toon Boom and 3D. I don't know why people say like, oh, it's done on the computer. It's like, well, also anime is done on computer too. But you don't say like, oh, look, this anime is made with computers. Because modern anime definitely does. But if you go back to like Akira in like older 80s and 70s and 50s, obviously there wasn't computers to even do that before. But even with the 80s, backgrounds were drawn by hand and animated on hand. So, hope that's a roundabout way of saying a bunch of that. Yeah, boy. Let's see. Would it be a good time of date to do some brainstorming in Discord for material? Whoa, okay. So many days of stories. Oh, I love that. That sounds great. Do you mean that as just a text thing and you want people to be there for that? Or like a voice call or something? You just want people to be there for that? Obviously during the stream, I would prefer not to have that during the stream. But if other people are interested in that. Yeah, are you on the Discord server? Let's see. I should probably wrap up pretty quick so I can get some dinner before I feel the lightheaded. Are you not Joe on here? No. Let's see here. The if you're new, also the Greenwater Club Discord server is in the description. You can pop in there. You have to sign in, and then you should be able to join up. We got a lot of people, and we got a lot of server channels. I don't know what to say. Most popular is Share Tent, where we share pictures with each other. Usually, hopefully, pony related. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you for the little plug on that to get that going. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, there you are. Nice, you got a little... What is that? You verified. Thank you. Alrighty. Make sure you're on there before, you start deciding all this stuff then. And organizing them. Yeah, I feel like maybe... Well, I'm gonna go have dinner, so I probably won't be around to actively schedule anything. But I guess, yeah, you could do it in the... let's see, you got somewhere there. Beep. Yeah, that'll do. Yep, that's open for people to talk in there in the ideas and suggestions. For streams specifically. Place poster ideas for what to do in streams. Yep. Go in that. Try not to spam it. That's the only thing I'll say for that. We're in try not to do an entire paragraph for like a huge amount of stuff. That gets a little annoying, and that'll definitely lessens challenges with people trying to read through all of it. At least I won't. But yeah. So I think I could wrap this up. Let me get some more water so I can say this with more gusto. Okay. So wrap this up. Thank you guys so much. This has been really great. I'm got water. I feel good now. So I think, yeah, we'll continue with this on next Tuesday, because I think we definitely have lots more ideas for this. There's stuff to add, and probably like even some cleanup stuff maybe we can do. Otherwise, I think there's definitely enough stuff to do on next time. So yeah, okay. And then let's see. What else do we want to talk about? What day will it be? I need to see the calendar. So next time will be in March. So by then, patrons will pledge. It's just a softer word than pay me. So patrons will pledge on the 1st. So I don't think there's anyone new who joined up since then. So don't have to worry about that. But if you are gonna consider that the pledge date will be on the 1st. So that's when it'll actually be either automatically, or you'll have to click a button. I'm not sure on your end if you're patron, but yeah, it'll be the first time we trying out the new fewer or condensed tiers. So instead of having like 5 tiers, now we're doing 1 and 5. So I appreciate the pledgers who are, or patrons who are modified their pledges and changed them accordingly. I appreciate that. So that means that all those kind of complexities of like Ooh, well, you're a storyboard tier, reward tier, so unfortunately there's no storyboard for this video that I'm gonna make. So, oh well, I guess you don't get that reward, I guess, but you get the other ones, but it's still, you know, hard to say like, oh, you're going for a specific reward tier number, and then not every time or every video actually get that specific reward. So, um, now that we condensed it, one's $1 tier will now get you basically everything. You get like the name and credits, previews. That was important to get that figured out. Because previews was like 3, and then storyboards were 5. But now if you do 1, you get all of that, and then a couple other stuff. I think Discord stuff. Other stuff I'll have to figure out. And then if you do 5, if you're pledging 5 or more, then you get the OC. So you get your pony OC in the end cards, and maybe in one of the videos as one of the background characters. So I definitely need to once I get the preliminary primary animation ready and set for the Paper Derby Part 4, Chapter 4, I'll add in the background characters, and I'll try to add the your OCs for the patrons. So if you want to be in that, that's something to consider. Link for the Patreon link is in the description as well as my other social medias. So go take a gander at that if you like. So yeah, I'm trying to get a new video done. It's getting there. I think there's only maybe 2 more songs I need to put in, and then do some cleanup, final mixing. So it's gonna be one of those animated shorts clips of stream stuff. So these kind of shorts and stuff. I didn't really do too many animated stuff for this period, so most will be a bunch of Bob Ross and artworks. So I would include the 6 fan art stuff. So that's something. So that'll be it. I hope to get that within the next few days, let's say, whenever it's done. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Star. Thank you, chat members. You're all my good friends. Thank you for your good suggestions this time. I appreciate it. You had really good ideas. So maybe next time I can probably just clear out the harsh rating animation if we decide that the moonwalking or the kicking might actually be better. But anyway, we'll have to decide it for next time. Okay, thank you guys for joining. This is fun. So in the interest of not repeating myself, I'll just say goodbye. Thank you guys. Alright, so we'll be back on March. I might change my little dingle boppers and my glasses. I might change those to be, well, I'm on a green screen, so that'll be tricky for St. Patrick's, but I'll have to figure that out. So look forward to a new costume, and look forward to this again. Long arm. Alright, thank you guys. Define button. It's over here. Up. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. Bye guys. Up.